Imagine, you're lying at night, looking up at the starry sky and thinking, well, the stars, the planets, everything is like in school. Now get ready. Because the reality of space is much wilder than any fantasy movie. Go. 10 facts. Hold on to the chair. Number 1. All the planets of the solar system can be placed between the Earth and the Moon, and there will still be room. The average distance from the Earth to the Moon is 384,400 kilometers. Add up the diameters of Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune, it turns out about 380 to 382,000 kilometers. That is, if we carefully lined up all the planets in a row, without Saturn's rings, they would almost exactly fit into this gap. The brain breaks down already on the first fact. Our huge solar system actually fits into a tiny gap by cosmic standards. Number 2. On one planet, the sun rises in the west, and the day is longer than the year. Venus. It rotates in the opposite direction relative to most planets. That's why the sun rises in the west and sets in the east. But that's not all. Venus makes one revolution on its axis in 243 Earth days, and around the sun in just 225 days. It turns out that one day on Venus is longer than 1 year. Imagine, you were born in the morning, and when you turned 1, the next dawn had just arrived. Number 3. There is a planet on which it rains molten glass, horizontally. The exoplanet HD 189733b. Hot Jupiter. The temperature is 900–1200 degrees C. The wind blows there at speeds up to 8,700 km per hour, that's 2.4 km/s. Silicates in the atmosphere evaporate, condense into tiny drops of glass, and this glass storm flies horizontally like a bullet. If you had been standing there, for a second, you would have just been cut through by a blue glass hurricane. Number 4. There is a planet that is most likely made of diamond. 55 Cancri E is a super-Earth 40 light-years away. Mass is almost equal to 8 Earth masses, surface temperature 2000–2700 degrees C. According to calculations, a huge part of the composition is carbon. Under such pressure and heat, carbon crystallizes most of the planet is a giant diamond the size of Earth. The cost? Approximately $26 million. Yes, we don't even know how to come up with such a figure. Number 5. Sometimes it rains diamonds on Neptune and Uranus. There is a huge pressure, hundreds of thousands of atmospheres, in the depths of these ice giants. Methane, CH4, is compressed carbon is squeezed, tiny diamonds are formed. They fall down like rain, and along the way they can even melt back into liquid carbon. In other words, it's really raining diamonds there, and no one will see it. Number 6. If you compress the entire solar system to the size of a coin, the nearest star will be 4,000 kilometers away. Let's take a model. We reduce all the sun and planets so that Neptune's orbit becomes the size of a coin, almost equals 4 cm. Then the nearest star, Proxima Centauri, will be about 4,000 kilometers from this coin. Number 7. A neutron star is a spoonful of matter that weighs more than Mount Everest. After a supernova explosion, a core of about 1.4 to 2 times the mass of the Sun remains, but only 10 to 20 kilometers in size. The density is approximately 101 kg/m3. 1 teaspoon of this substance weighs 100 to 900 million tons. If such a spoon fell to Earth, it would pass through to the core of the planet like a knife through butter. Number 8. The largest known star is larger than the orbit of Jupiter. Stephenson 2–18, or Stephenson 2DFK1, is a red supergiant. The diameter is almost equal to 2,150 solar radii. If you put it in the place of the Sun, the surface of the star will be somewhere beyond the orbit of Saturn, and in some estimates even beyond the orbit of Jupiter. The Earth would be inside this star, and wouldn't even notice it right away. Number 9. We see stars as they were thousands, millions, and billions of years ago. The light from the nearest star, Proxima Centauri, travels to us for 4.24 years. It is about 26,000 years from the center of the Milky Way. It is more than 13 billion years from the most distant galaxies that JWST sees. That is, looking through a telescope, we are looking into the past. Right now, we see galaxies as they were when the universe was only a few hundred million years old. Number 10. The brightest known celestial body is currently powered by a black hole with a mass of 17 billion suns. Quasar J0529-4351, recently discovered/confirmed. The luminosity is about 500 trillion solar luminosities. A black hole eats a mass equal to the mass of our Sun about every 2 days. It's the brightest permanent light source in the universe. And it's powered by the scariest object in the universe. That's all. 10 small injections into the brain. Space is not just big. He actively mocks our common sense. And the funny thing is, it's just what we've already noticed. Good night. And don't look at the stars for too long, otherwise your brain may not be able to stand it.